Pamela Anderson made her Broadway debut Tuesday night when she entered the cast of the long-running revival of Chicago. The 54-year-old, who is playing the lead role of Roxie Hart, glowed as she accepted a bouquet of red roses during the curtain call. She showed off her world-famous figure as she hit the stage wearing one of the revealing black costumes that have become a signature of this production. Pamela emphasized her curves in a clinging high-cut black bodysuit that featured a mesh décolletage and sleeves. Her signature platinum blonde hair was worn in a do reminiscent of the Roaring Twenties, which is when the beloved musical is set. While taking her bows, she sidled up to her co-star Lana Gordon, who is playing Roxie's fellow lead role Velma Kelly. Pamela received a rapturous audience reaction her first night, according to the New York Post, whose critic Johnny Oleksinski called her very funny in the part. The excited audience occasionally stepped on her laps with their applause, which is not the worst problem to have, his review noted. He also said she sang just fine and was able to pull off the finale's intricate choreography, including the cartwheel. When Pamela entered the cast of Chicago, she joined a long line of celebrities to play the lead role of Roxie Hart in the current revival. The original production, directed and choreographed by Bob Fosse, was only a moderate success in the 1970s despite being led by Gwen Verdon and Chita Rivera. However, the show was revived in 1996, directed and choreographed by Bob's one-time mistress Anne Reiking in the style of Bob Fosse, and became a huge smash. The revival has become the second longest-running Broadway musical of all time, surpassed only by The Phantom of the Opera. Celebrities galore have trooped in and out of the show, with Roxie alone played by a dizzying range of names including Brooke Shields, Ashley Simpson, Lisa Rinna, Erika Jane, Christy Brinkley, and Melanie Griffith. Pamela recently revealed on Good Morning America that her upcoming Netflix docuseries will partly cover her preparation for Chicago. A month ago she declared on her Instagram page that she would be telling the real story of her life with the Netflix project. The announcement came after a swirl of reports claiming she was upset by the fictionalized Hulu miniseries Pam and Tommy. Lily James and Sebastian Stan starred on the show as Pamela and her first husband Tommy Lee of Motley Crue fame. Directed by Craig Gillespie of Tanya fame, the series focused on the theft and release of Pam and Tommy's infamous sex tape in 1995. Although Tanya was based largely on interviews with its subjects Tanya Harding and her ex-husband Jeff Gillooly, Pam and Tommy was made without input from the real-life celebrities whose story it told. An Entertainment Tonight source claimed ahead of the show's release that the project has been very painful for Pamela Anderson and for anyone that loves her. It is shocking that this series is allowed to happen without her approval. The insider said Pamela feels so violated to this day by the burglary of the sex tape and said the show brings back a very painful time for her. Pamela's friend Courtney Love blasted the show as violent outrageous, writing on social media, "My heart goes out to Pammy," further causing her complex trauma. She spared a few choice words for the leading lady of the show, adding, "And shame on Lily James, whoever the F she is." Pamela told CNN in a recent interview that her turn in Chicago feels like another step closer to taking my power back and really taking it back. The Baywatch icon added, "It's very empowering. And it does feel I'm being supported. I'm being rooted for. That's a new feeling for me. I don't want to let anybody down, but I also really don't want to let myself down."